Hi everybody, my name is Adam Cadell and I don't do many video reviews. In fact, if truth is told, I think in the past 5 or 6 years I've probably only done 3, of which the one you're watching is one of those 3. There's not a lot actually gets me very enthusiastic about what I buy, but I've decided to make an exception with this particular product, which is known as Localbiz Vortex. Now, if any of you watching this have been on my list for any amount of time, you'll know that I've focused on presenting you with solutions and opportunities, usually via email, but as I've just mentioned, occasionally via a video review, with products that have a solid foundation and are proven to work. Localbiz Vortex is one such product. And for anyone who's involved with offline marketing or local business or even niche marketing, or if any of my American cousins are listening, let's call that niche marketing. Anyway, in my honest opinion, this particular theme is unparalleled on the internet. I don't want to bore you with too many details, but the list of features on this theme is way too long for this particular video. But if any of the following things sounds appealing to you, then I'd urge you to at least check out the sales page. Localbiz Vortex is a powerful point-and-click website builder that works gangbusters for offline marketers or niche marketers too. It works totally above the fold with its design, meaning that you retain the interest of 100% of all site visitors. What do I mean by above the fold? Well, let me give you an explanation. What you can see on the screen in front of you is one of the demo sites created by the Localbiz Vortex theme. Now this can be changed in a multitude of ways, colors, and you can change things and add things to it and completely make the entire theme much more individualistic. So don't think that what you see is 100% what you get, because you can change this in many ways. But this is basically just a demo. Above the fold basically means that it's been proven that most people, when they visit a website, don't scroll down the page to read what's contained further on. Most people look at what they see initially presented to them, and if it doesn't hold their interest, they're off. So it's quite important, in fact most people would argue it's very important, that when you create a website, that all of the initial content, especially on the home page, it's not so important on other pages, but certainly on the home page, the main page people visit and land on when they actually visit your site, the vast majority of what's important to read should be there on the screen. It shouldn't need to be scrolled down to be able to find it, because as I've just mentioned, a lot of research has been done to show that approximately 70% of people don't bother to scroll. If they don't see what they like, they're away to a possible competitor. Now what you can see with this demo site is that what you see is basically what you get. This is the home page, and that's as far as I can scroll. So you can virtually see everything that you need to see on one page. If you need to go elsewhere, there are other buttons, which can be as many as you like. In this demo, there's just an about page and articles and FAQ. Now I want to show you what it's like if you have a website which doesn't operate above the fold. Now I, of all people, shouldn't have really done this, but I've used a number of marketing ploys to get people to scroll, but it's involved a lot of work to make people actually do that. So I'm going to take you to one of my sites called smilesensationuk.com, and this is it here. Now, if this was a site which worked above the fold, what you could see now would be all there would be of the site. But if you have a look at it, you can obviously see I've done an animated character telling people that there's a lot more information on the site, and I've also used highlighting tips to underline the words very important, first, down, full, and to tell people that they really do need to scroll down the page, and there's also additional pages above marked price list, FAQ, procedure, etc. Now, just to give you an idea of what can sometimes happen if you don't work on this above the fold basis, just have a look as I scroll down what people have to do to be able to read this particular website. And as you can see, it does go on and on. I've deliberately placed things further down the site to encourage people to actually scroll down. But to be honest, I think the Gettysburg Address was probably shorter than this website. But you can probably see, I don't need to say probably, you can see just how much information is actually on there. So I go all the way back to the top again. Sorry if that's making you dizzy as I do that. You can see that on the other sites, I just move back to, say, the family dentist. That's it. What you can see, the most relevant information is actually on there. It's a brilliant site. If I'd had this around at the time, although I could have done it, with a basic theme, but if I'd had this ready-made for me, it would have saved me an awful lot of work, and I could have split a lot of what I've actually placed on the Smile Sensation UK site on here. It's a brilliant site. I'm totally enthusiastic about it, and I'm not just promoting this and I haven't bought it. If I can show you, this is the actual sales page. There's my name there. I've actually written a post to Russell Hall, the developer. That's it there. And this is just prior to buying it. I just had a query. Russell answered me and kept my main question here, and then answered it down below. And then after reading that, I sent him another one simply saying, I'm in, just bought. Now, just for verification that I have bought, this is my Warrior Forum purchase sheet. And there it is there with the price I paid together with the date, 1st of August 2012, which is today's date, as you can see down in the corner there. And believe you me, as I also scroll down here and you start looking over here at this list of payments, you can see I have bought an awful lot of things. Probably about, I'd probably say several £1,000s worth at least. So if we go all the way down there, you might also note, although I've been going down fairly quick, all the way down to the bottom. If I now go all the way to the top, you'll notice that's the most expensive thing that I've ever bought. And there's a reason for that, because I believe in it. It's a really excellent product. There's another demo for local electricians. So if you're a web designer that wants to sell the local solutions to local business people, you don't obviously need to keep this as an electrician. You can be changed for anybody you like. But this is just to give you an idea. There's also carpet people. You can change these themes no end. So if I go back, if I can find it to here, and then scroll back to the top of the page, or near the top, you'll see if I can get to it. That's it there. There are lots and lots of ways that you can change the colors on this theme. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. There's a link which is an affiliate link, so if you don't want to use it, I don't mind. But there is an affiliate link. If you click on it, I'm going to create one which should have popped up just above this video, but on the more information just below this video, if you click on that, you'll read some brief information, and also there's a link directly to the sales page at the bottom. But whether you use my link or whatever, entirely up to you. I'm genuinely not concerned. As I've said before, I've only made about 3 of these videos in several years, and I'm really enthusiastic about this. Highly recommended. I've built a lot of websites. This saves you a lot of hassle and a lot of problems. I wouldn't promote it if I didn't believe in it. I certainly wouldn't have paid for it if I hadn't hopefully shown you the proof that I'm just not trying to promote something that I know nothing about, and I haven't read up or purchased or anything like that. Highly recommended. If you have any other queries, by all means give me an email or send me an email. I'll normally respond the same day, or certainly within 24 hours. My email is Adam Cadell. You'll see the spelling on the more information page, adamcadell@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.